Good Thursday, everyone. I'm Cyrus Webb, and welcome to Conversation Daily News. Glad you all could be with us. Well, we made it over the hump, and we're in the home stretch toward the weekend. And even though it's a holiday for many of you, we're still right here for you. We, of course, have your news headlines coming up on this Thursday. We have a message from my book, Word That Choose to Live By. And in today's Entertainment Spotlight, you'll be part of my conversation with author, motivational speaker, and my friend, Mary Ellen Ciganovich. Here on Instagram, you guys know her as Mary Ciganovich. We're going to be talking about the year that's been 2022 for her. Enjoy today's broadcast. For Conversation Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with your Thursday headlines. In national news, Walmart manager kills 6 in Virginia attack. A Walmart manager pulled out a handgun before a routine employee meeting and began firing wildly across the break room of a Virginia store, killing 6 people in the nation's second high-profile mass shooting in 4 days, police and witnesses said on Wednesday. The gunman was dead when officers arrived late Tuesday at the store in Chesapeake, Virginia's second largest city. Authorities said he apparently shot himself. Police were trying to determine a motive. One employee described watching bodies drop as the assailant fired haphazardly without saying a word. He was just shooting all throughout the room. It didn't matter who he hit. He didn't say anything. He didn't look at anybody in any particular type of way, said a Walmart employee. 6 people were wounded in the shooting, which happened just after 10 p.m. as shoppers were stocking up ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday. Police said they believe about 50 people were in the store at the time. The gunman has been identified as a 31-year-old. Conversations Daily News is not naming the shooter. He was an overnight team leader who had been a Walmart employee since 2010. Police said he had 1 handgun and several magazines of ammunition. In more national news, the Associated Press says Trump's long-teased White House bid is low-key in first week. From the moment he left the White House in defeat last year, Donald Trump has teased the prospect of a third presidential campaign. But in the week since he officially declared his candidacy, the former president has been uncharacteristically low-key. There have been no massive stadium kickoff rally, notable for someone who has turned such events into a signature of his public life. His newly reinstated Twitter account, which helped fuel his political rise nearly a decade ago, sits silent with its more than 87 million followers. He hasn't announced plans to visit the key early voting states that will shape the contest for the Republican nomination, nor has he set for a round of high-profile interviews. Indeed, since its announcement speech, Trump hasn't held a public event at all, says the Associated Press. His lack of a schedule makes you wonder if he's really running or if he's just in a business development opportunity or a diversion from the DOJ activity, said a veteran GOP strategist Scott Reed, referring to the Department of Justice probes into Trump's handling of classified documents and his effort to overturn the 2020 election, which are expected to intensify in the coming weeks. Trump, who never held public office before winning the presidency in 2016, has never valued the cadence and organization associated with traditional campaigns. And several aides noted that Trump, who made his announcement unusually early and a week before the Thanksgiving holidays, is wary to draw attention away from the December 6th Senate runoff in Georgia, which will close out this year's midterm election. The aides, who insisted on anonymity to discuss campaign strategy, said Trump will ramp up his schedule soon. In entertainment news, Anita Baker confirms new music will drop in January 2023 ahead of new North American tour. Queen of Quiet Storm Anita Baker may be celebrating her 65th birthday in January, but the diva recently sent her fans into a royal frenzy with the solo announcement she's the one will be handing out the gifts. Anita has taken her fans on quite the roller coaster over the last few years. At the top of 2017, the 8-time Grammy winner announced her retirement and revealed no new music was in the works, a message that dashed hopes her serially delayed 2012 set Only Forever would ever see shelves. Just a year later, she axed some of those plans and announced a stateside series of spot dates that was met with so much demand it eventually spawned 2 Vegas residencies. Throughout those dealings, the R&B diva entered a legal battle for ownership of her timeless catalog, a fight that not only saw her declared victor, but also encouraged her to head back to the studio to add new entries to the list. The first fruits of those sessions is set to arrive in January 2023, according to Baker's official Twitter account. And finally, in business news, stocks gained ground on Wall Street ahead of U.S. holiday. Stocks closed broadly higher on Wall Street Wednesday after the minutes from the Fed Reserve's most recent policy meeting show central bank officials agreed that smaller rate hikes would likely be appropriate soon. The S&P 500 rose 0.6%, while the Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 0.3%. The Nasdaq Composite closed 1% higher. All told, the S&P 500 rose 24 points to 4,027. The Dow gained 96 points to 34,194. The Nasdaq rose 111 points to 11,285. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. It's now time for a message from my book, Words I Choose to Live By. Enjoy. Good Thursday, everyone. I'm Cyrus Webb, and welcome to Words I Choose to Live By. Strive to make every single moment count. You will never come this way again, so let's make the most of it. Have an amazing Thursday. We have part of my conversation coming up with Mary Ellen Ciganovich in today's Entertainment Spotlight. Stay with us. You're listening to Conversation Daily News. For Conversation Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with the Entertainment Spotlight. In this Throwback Thursday today, you're going to be hearing part of my conversation with author and motivational speaker Mary Ellen Ciganovich, talking about the year that's been 2022 and the work she's been able to do. Here's a bit of our conversation. Mary Ellen, welcome back to the program.
Oh, thank you, Cyrus. I am so excited to be, I'm always excited to be on Conversations Live Radio and on WYAD FM in Mississippi, my favorite channel. You know, you guys are so uplifting. I just love it. Love, love, love.
Well, thank you so much. Part of this conversation is going to be part of our entertainment spotlight for the station as well, so they'll be hearing it throughout the day, Mary Ellen on WYAD. Mary Ellen, I want to talk about this for you because one of the things I love about our relationship that we have as friends, but also what I've been able to see from you as an author and as a speaker, is that you are a person that has been able to embrace your gift now, but also you've been able to really stay, I think, humbled by it all. So I want to talk about that because people who have not done half of what you've done, I mean, you have 3 books that are already out. You're doing speaking. I mean, you were a Woman of the Year honoree for this year. So many great things have come your way. What is it that helps you to stay grounded?
I can only say God, you know, and everything that I learned basically from my father, you know, growing up. You've heard me say this several times. I'd run in and I'd go, oh, this happened to me. It was an award or I made cheerleading or whatever. And you go, great, Mary Ellen, that and $1 will get you a cup of coffee. Of course, today it's like $4, but no. And, you know, and I always know that, and I appreciate all the comments and I appreciate everyone who reads everything. I always do. And I'm always so grateful. And I know that without God, without my higher power, without me being able to connect with that higher power, I would not be able to do what I do. And that keeps me grounded more than anything.
Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. We thank you all for tuning into this edition of Conversations Daily News. We're about to get on tomorrow to wrap up this week. Until then, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Daily News today. Now let's go make it a great one.